Relative dating would be the placement of something in a sequence. So if we establish a sequence for the area, we simply need to know what came first, what came next, what came next, what came next. And, for example, in a sequence of stratified deposits, say laid down by a river or deposited by wind, we're talking about superposition as the basis for that sequence. Superposition means that the oldest deposits would be at the bottom, the youngest deposits would be on the top in kind of layer cake fashion. So that principle has served us very well. And if we have no means by which to absolutely date materials, we can still work out a sequence of events. That can be extremely important. So relative dating was really the only mechanism that people had available, the only means that people had available for dating archaeological and paleontological materials until the 20th century. There were a few absolute methods, and by absolute I mean dating with respect to a measured time series. In other words, being able to place something in terms of a calendar or an extended version of that calendar anyway, dating in terms of years. There were a few techniques that could be used in certain situations. Counting of annual cycles in glacial lakes, that we call these cycles varves. Counting those annual cycles of sediment deposition could actually allow us to determine the age of these lake deposits if they continued up to the present day. Or use of tree ring dating, counting the rings in trees if we have logs preserved in a fairly recent site and could relate it to some known historic trees. Those were absolute dating techniques. But for the most part, until the 20th century, relative dating was the basis for archaeological, paleontological, and geological dating.